Hello everybody, this is Toysareruss, and for this third-party figure showcase and review, we're going to be looking at this little guy here. His name is Chattersource, but I'm sure you can already tell that it is a third-party company version of Squawkbox, which is this guy here. So in this video, we're going to do a direct comparison with the original Generation 1 self. We'll have a look at how he sizes up with some other Doctor Who figures. I suppose to give you an idea of just how small this guy is, I'll bring in some mainline figures like some Core Class, some Micromasters and a few others, and of course we'll have a look at him not just in his combined mode but also in the individual ones as well. So as I start to move all of these out of the way, I'd like to remind anybody who's not subscribed to the channel, if you'd like to hit that subscribe button for me now, please, because it really will help me out. And also there's a direct link for this particular product from ShowZ if you want to get one for yourself. So yeah, if you're unaware about Doctor Who products, that's what this is. It's not licensed by Hasbro or Takara because he transforms. So because he transforms, they can't use the correct name. So Chattersource is the name. So we've got Eagle Box for Squawk Box, and we've got Orang Box for Beast Box. There you go. So it says this is 5 centimeters small deformation. That's the word they use to get away with not calling it a transformation or transformers. They use deformation. We'll have a look at them modes as well. It comes packaged in tape modes in a box like that. It comes with 3 collector's cards because of course you've got the individual bots and you've got the combined, and of course a load of instructions as well. So let's move all these out of the way. Let's have a look at the figure. And to be honest guys, I say this a lot about Doctor Who figures and my opinion doesn't change. I think they're clever. I do genuinely really like them, and I also really do wish that Hasbro would continue and doing things like this. It's great that we have the Micromasters from Earthrise, etc., but we haven't had sort of mainline characters in this size in as long as I can remember. I mean, even in fact, I don't think we've had them ever. I mean, in Japan, they were lucky enough, can't get him to stand up, in 2003 to have these, the WSTs, the world's smallest Transformers. So these were official. These are Takara, but we've had nothing Micromaster size or pocket money size, shall we say, ever really, since the mini bots. So I hope that they can take note and indeed do more of these themselves. So the figure itself, it's pretty clever, to be honest. The weapons do split into 2, but you'll see that in the other mode. The head, it still moves. You can still move the head around even with all this on the back, so it goes fully rotates all the way around, completely unrestricted. The arms, because they're on ball and sockets, will give you the full T. You can go all around unrestricted. You've got a bicep swivel. You've also got the flexion. The wrists don't swivel. You've got, if you lift this part up, now you can't do a waist swivel because that's where it's joining, but if you move this up, you can get with these joints past the point of the splits either way, I believe. Yeah, just about either way. You've then got the thigh swivel, you've got a knee bend, ankle tilt, rock, toe tap, everything highly articulate for such a small figure. Very clever, in fact. These are super clever. I've reviewed Decibel and some of the other ones on here, and it's so much smaller than the original. Now granted, the original had chrome, etc., and of course, let's be honest, the original 30 odd years, maybe more, well, quite a bit more than that, older, obviously completely overweighed with the weapons and accessories, and to be honest, doesn't really, as you can see, balance that great. Perhaps I should cheat just for this, just so he can stand up. In fact, it's not going to work, is it? Maybe if I take it that way. Nope, I can't. I just wanted him to stand up a little bit better for this particular video, but he's not going to. But you can see the similarities there. Once again, then, very quickly, he is smaller than a Core Class, a lot smaller than a Core Class. He's a bit bigger than the old little Pretenders that we had in Titans, and he's still, yeah, he's still small, bigger, sorry, only just a bit bigger. That's because he's combined than the mini con that came with Hot Shot. Otherwise, these guys, as you probably saw, I'm having a real job getting these to stand up today. Any of them, there we go, stand up for me, than the official, well, not the official, the other Doctor Who figures that come with him, and they really do have a huge range of figures that you can get, including some of the obscurities as well. But to be fair, that's all there is to say about this mode. Let's come right back and have a look at them in their alternate modes. Sorry, into their individual modes rather than alternate. Right then guys, we've got them in their individual alternate modes, and as I say, apologies, no transformation process on this video. That's because I'm going to be uploading one separately, and also you're going to see in a second when we get them in cassette mode, one of the things I forgot to tell you, which of course is super cool, the fact that these, once they are in the cassette modes, will fit inside your Soundwave and Blaster figures from the Legacy and War for Cybertron trilogy as well. So let's move these out of the way. Let's have a look at these. Now this is where I've got to confess that they are more than basic and indeed do struggle quite a lot. So this of course is the supposed bird mode. I think in honesty, as bad as this is going to sound, it's worse than the G1 original. At least the G1 original had some sort of shape and some, you know, feather markings, or at least something that made it look a little bit more like a bird. This one, I suppose they've tried to. I think that's obviously supposed to be some feathers. The head is much smaller, the feet are much smaller, and with this one I think they've gone all out for them getting the combined mode. To be honest, that's my opinion. I think you'll probably agree with it looking at it, but it's not too bad. You know, it could be far worse, but I think this one's definitely all about the combined mode. Once again, I suppose let me bring in this little figure to give you an idea of size. These are really small. They're, you know, they're the same size, funnily enough, as the tape cassettes that we had with your Kingdom figures. So there you go. There is one of them from there, with one from Blaster, and let's have a quick look at the other. So this isn't too bad. I'm getting Donkey Kong Country vibes from this guy. I should have showed you the articulation. I mean, you can tell yourself there the wings will move at what are the knee and hip joints, and of course the tail feathers will move up and down. The gorilla, of course, Beast Box has got way more. The head is on a ball and socket. It will look up and down, turn to the sides. The arms are on ball and sockets. Again, this is the upper robot's arm, so all of this is completely articulate. This is the back of the head, so you've got some knee articulation that you wouldn't have seen, but then unfortunately you've got visible head syndrome at the back. To be honest, I think you have on this, to be honest. Oh no, they cover it up with the weapons, which is what they've tried to do with this. They haven't really managed to do it too well, but this is the better of the two. But as I've already said, and I'm sure you'll agree with this one, it looks like they are definitely going all in for your massive combined mode. But there we go, that's a quick look at them. Let's get them into the cassette modes and show you that as well. So then, back for the final time with them in the cassette mode, and I suppose just to show you this bonus little, not gimmick, but little feature that they've got. So I've still got Soundwave here. I've got an official cassette. Okay, granted, he is supposed to be for Blaster, but he will fit inside there. You can close that up and that fits in no problem. Let's just quickly get him out, and these will do exactly the same. So you pop him in there, and there you can see his face, and then this should, there you go, click into place as well. So you can see that they are pretty much the same dimensions, and as I say, it's another little clever probably reason why they did this, because in all honesty, these have been out for a couple of years. These are the reissues of them, and you can see why people want them. It's just genius. It's so clever. It's naughty at the same time, don't get me wrong, but yeah, it's definitely clever, and it just really works. So there you go, guys, nothing more to say about it. This is Dr. Wu's take on a Squawk Box. There you go, or a Squawk Talk, is it? One of the two anyway. There you go, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks for watching. Take care.